Happy Vlogmas Day 11, and I wanted to discuss a topic that someone kind of brought up to me about a week ago here on, I believe, YouTube, and there was a miscommunication, and anyway, we figured it all out, and I'm happy that she's staying with me as a subscriber, I hope, I think, and you know who you are. And so this, I kind of already commented to her, but I actually had to delete that video because there was a video asking what you guys wanted to hear and that it wasn't going to be left up more than maybe 24 hours. So I made sure to remember and take a photo of it and everything else. So I did answer most of it, but I kind of want to go into more detail just to help others out. So my camera, because I used it early this morning, so you'll see that I wore this now twice because it's all the same day. My camera battery is dead, so I'm charging that, so I'm using my cell phone. So I can't even go to see what they asked in detail, but I kind of know the drift. So they were basically saying, you know, how do I deal with having autism, learning disabilities throughout my childhood into my adult life? Do I get like support and et cetera, et cetera. So first I want to do like the backstory. Now, because I didn't really plan on doing this video until maybe 10 minutes ago, more like 3 minutes ago, I didn't really plan on it, so I don't really know what I plan on saying, so just kind of bear with me. So when I was younger, I did not know that I had autism or a learning disability. Like I didn't have like a term, I didn't have a condition or a diagnosis or anything. My family didn't go into it, whether they didn't know about it, they didn't think I had or did have, I don't know. So when I was younger, my life was fairly normal, but I was in special ed classes from 1st grade all the way until 9th grade. And I also went to speech class because I had a lisp, I think, for certain letters like S's and T's, maybe. Don't take my word for that. I don't really remember, but I do know I was taking a speech class within my school. And then I also was doing Huntington Learning Center for learning disability. Now again, I didn't get tested for anything. We just knew that I was behind. So when I was in special ed classes, it wasn't because of what the stigma is, you know, and I don't want to say this and get anyone to react and take this wrong, because I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you know how there's a stigma for those who are in special ed that typically, I feel like no matter what, I'm going to say this really badly, very disabled mentally. They're not very verbal, they act out, they're sometimes a little bit more of like the mental, I don't want to say retardation because I don't believe in that word whatsoever. But you know, I hope you guys know what I'm trying to say without getting attacked. And for me, I was what they thought was normal looking and stuff, but I just was very slow. Instead of having a test that was 30 minutes, I needed 3 hours, and I would still fail it. I was an F student from 1st grade all the way into my 12th grade year. I might be going back and forth because I'm remembering things here and there. In my 12th grade year, I wasn't supposed to graduate. I had to do an after-school program, which basically taught you about like your adult life and where maybe you wanted to be in your life and where do you foresee your career. And if you just did the class, which it wasn't a fail or pass class, then you can graduate. I even received a letter of recommendation to go to college, but that the letter said that I would have to get more time for certain things. Like I got the special, I can't think of it right now. I didn't graduate college. I went to college twice for like 3 months each, like 3 months, and I quit and went back and I quit. It wasn't for me. I'm not really into school whatsoever. So again, no one really knew. And when I was actually in college, I had a few teachers asked me if I was dyslexic. I've heard of it kind of, but I said I don't know. I was never tested, but I was in special ed all my life, and I'm really behind. My reading skills, I think in college, were at a 7th grade reading level. I believe they still are. The words that I'm learning now randomly, and I think it's because I hear it. I think that they're big, and that's only because I never use them, and they're really not big for a 35-year-old. So I don't know things like my multiplications. I know like 2 times 2 and 4 times 4. I still have to like quickly like use my fingers and count. You know, things like that. So like I know like subtraction and multiplication and adding and stuff, but we're not gonna go into detail. So I really never had an issue with people and stuff, because we all knew that I was behind, but we didn't really help it besides the learning, the Huntington Learning Center, and that's all I really do remember about that. I was able to cope with all that really well because I was not in denial, but I didn't know that something was really wrong with me. I just knew that I was behind, and I just kind of learned with it because it was how I was. My brother also was in special ed, but not as long. When I moved to Minnesota, I think I just got into 9th grade, and I begged, or I don't know if I want to use the word beg. I asked my dad if I can go into mainstream classes, our regular classes, and I did. So technically I went for 1st grade to 8th grade, but 9th grade I did take like a I don't know what the kind of class it's called, but it's a class that it's an actual class during like one of your periods where they help you with like homework from all your other classes. I can't think of the name of it. So I did do that, and they did help me. I never was left back. I never even took summer school before, which is like, I don't even know how that's even possible. And then that was really it. I really don't have much more about that because we just didn't really know about it. My family at the time, they had kids, and it was just a big issue. Now, when it comes to the autism, that was also kind of brought up throughout the years when I was younger. But again, my family didn't push it. It didn't get in the way. They didn't wonder so much that they had to really question it and ask for help. It wasn't only until my adult years when I noticed it more. And then when I brought it to my mom, she goes, yeah, we thought so. We just didn't know. She goes, maybe get tested now. She goes, I know it's not normally normal for people as an adult age to get tested because it's typically when you're a child, but you start a child and you grow into it. But if you didn't get tested, then it's still in your system that you are, autistic. So I got tested. I'm of course, high functioning, which isn't technically a diagnosis. You are autistic or you're not. And I'm just able to live my life like normal, but have a lot of other issues that deal with autism. And those do get in my way in a sense, because people think it's weird and keep asking, why? Like, why can't I get hugged? Why can't I hug? Why do I have tit fits and cry over nothing and argue about nothing? And why does everything have to be where it has to be? And why do I have to touch things the way it is? And why do I shake constantly? And why I'm always moving? My dad constantly goes on. He goes, Sarah, like, are you nervous because I'm doing this? Or I'm doing this. I do a lot of this. And I'll be sitting this, doing this, and doing this. And I don't even think he knows I have the diagnosis. Like, I know that I gave him information about it, but I don't think he actually fully read it. With the diagnosis, it doesn't change anything. It just now gives me knowledge that there are reasons why I am the way I am. And I've now, with that, I get to kind of take a step back and go, okay, right now what I am doing is causing a little bit of an issue between myself or the way I'm living my life or with a friend or a family member. Like, fix it if you can, or explain why you are reacting the way you are to that person you're talking to, and so that they can understand. And sometimes it's hard because people don't understand, and if they don't, then they don't, but at least you're giving them the option to listen and to take it as it is, take you for who you are. And with that, I've coped with it. Like I said, I'm 35, or almost 35, a few more months. February 11th, guys, my birthday. So it's just easy. My family, we're not very close. My dad has coped with my disabilities for sure, and I have filed for disability. I have a lawyer, so that's kind of in the works. That takes about a year to go through or not go through. I haven't, I do get some, like, I mean, I have medical or state medical insurance, so like my co-pays are zero for doctor's visits, medications, my wheelchair, things like that. So I do receive help in that way, but not because I'm autistic and not because of my learning disabilities, but more of my disabilities as like a whole, like my more physical, like, you know, the POTS and mast cell, things like that. But there are hard days, especially on the autistic side, because I realize it's happening, and then when I try to explain to people, they get mad, and then it frustrates me that they don't understand. And then you're by yourself like a lonely puppy dog, just like no one wants to be with me, no one wants to hang out with me, and it's really sad. And same thing with the learning disability parts, because I'm so behind, and I panic. If someone wants to ask me a question about something, but it's more of like a test, like, all right, tell me about this product. You say you know about it, so tell me about it. I won't do it. I'll go into a complete panic and have a panic attack and say, no. I don't like it. I'm very visual. I'm not verbal. And that's how I learn. I'm very, 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 I can't even point this out anymore, visual. And anything verbal, I won't remember it. Like within seconds, I'll forget about it. But when it comes to learning in general, I just don't like to be pushed onto it. Like my boss or something telling me to tell him what's in this product, and I know it 100% with strangers, but someone that puts me in a spot when it comes to learning makes me kind of like hide into this like bubble and like roll me down and wait for me to pop. So anyway, I'm not sure if that really answered your question. I hope it did. And if you have any questions, just kind of comment below. Give me a thumbs up. I don't know what that is. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell so you guys can figure out when we post, or when not we post again. But I will see you guys mañana, and happy Vlogmas Day 11, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.